In the heart of South Africa lies a small, tight-knit village called Makhaza. Life in Makhaza used to be simple and filled with laughter, with children playing in the streets, elders sharing stories, and families gathering around fire pits. But a shadow had fallen over this peaceful village, cast by the notorious Mokabas family. Known for their ruthless ways, they wielded power over Makhaza like an iron fist, controlling everything and everyone in their sight. At the center of the Mokabas family was Thabo Mokaba, a man who had sworn to protect the people as a police officer, yet used his position to shield his family's actions and instill fear. His wife, Nomvula, known to villagers as Gogo Nomvula, was no kinder. This elderly woman, who could be seen hobbling down the village streets with her cane, carried a hidden switchblade in her coat. Children would run in fear when they saw her approaching, knowing that she delighted in showing off the blade with a sinister laugh. The Mokabas had 18 children, with 13 sons and 5 daughters, each as feared as the next. Their eldest son, Kabelo, was perhaps the most intimidating of them all, a tall, broad-shouldered young man with a permanent scowl and eyes that bore into you with every glance. Kabelo was quick with his fists and slower with mercy, instilling terror in anyone who dared cross his path. One hot afternoon, a young girl named Ayanda felt the weight of the Mokabas' cruelty firsthand. She was walking home from school with her friends when she heard a sharp, mocking voice call out behind her. Turning, her heart sank as she saw Kabelo and 2 of his brothers strutting toward her. "Oi, Ayanda, I see you have lunch money today," Kabelo sneered, stretching out his hand expectantly. No, I don't have any," Ayanda stammered, clutching her bag close to her chest. Kabelo's brothers circled her like predators, sneering and jeering. "We know you have it, Ayanda," Kabelo pressed. "Now, hand it over." After a brief struggle, Ayanda gave in, surrendering her lunch money. As Kabelo took it, he smirked. "Next time, don't put up a fight. Remember, the Mokabas run this village." They left her there, trembling with fear and anger. Ayanda's friends came to her side, comforting her as best they could. The Mokabas bully everyone, even the adults. But one day, her friend whispered, they'll get what they deserve. In the following months, a new family moved into Makhaza, the Ngobesis. Samson Ngobesi and his son Sifo were hopeful as they arrived in Makhaza, eager to build a new life. But they quickly learned that life in this village wasn't as peaceful as it seemed. As they settled in, villagers warned them about the Mokabas, urging them to avoid any confrontation and keep their heads down. But Samson was a proud man, one who believed in standing up for what was right. No one should live in fear, he would tell his son. The Mokabas are just bullies and they'll get what's coming to them one day. One afternoon, Samson and Sifo were walking back from the market, enjoying the warm breeze and quiet village sounds, when they heard a voice call out behind them. They turned to see Kabelo grinning with his brothers by his side. "Nice shoes, old man. What size are they?" Kabelo asked, his tone thick with mockery. Samson met his gaze unflinchingly, but before he could respond, Sifo stepped forward, eyes blazing with defiance. "They're my size," he replied firmly. Kabelo's smile vanished, and in an instant he lunged forward, fists flying. Samson tried to shield his son, pleading for them to be left alone, but the Mokabas were relentless. They beat father and son mercilessly until both lay battered on the ground, the villagers watching in silent horror, too afraid to intervene. When the police arrived, it was none other than Thabo Mokaba himself, who merely shrugged, asking, "Did anyone see what happened?" His gaze swept over the crowd, challenging anyone to speak. Silence answered him, silence. Meanwhile, Mrs. Mokaba, a woman who loved to gossip, sat with her friends every morning, spreading rumors and planting seeds of discord among the villagers. She would drop hints about villagers' private matters, twisting stories to make others fear her family even more. Her favorite pastime was ensuring that her children married the wealthiest men in the village, even if it meant forcing someone to marry her daughters through intimidation. The Mokaba daughters, Dineo and Zinzi, were feared in their own way, especially when it came to marriage. When Dineo decided she wanted Bekisisa, a well-liked young man engaged to the beautiful Nomonde, she told her brothers, and soon Nomonde went missing. Villagers whispered of the Mokabas' involvement, but fear kept their mouths shut. Bekisisa was left heartbroken, forced to marry Dineo instead. Then a new family arrived, the Mahangus family, led by Chief Jabulani Mahangus, a highly respected police officer known for his integrity. His family's arrival brought a glimmer of hope to Makhaza. With 18 sons and 7 daughters, the Mahangus quickly became a beloved presence in the village. Mamkanyi Mahangus, Jabulani's wife, was a warm-hearted woman who went out of her way to help the villagers, easing their burdens with her kindness. Mrs. Mokaba couldn't stand the Mahangus' influence and kindness. She saw her family's grip on the village slipping, so she sent her sons to confront the Mahangus, hoping to intimidate them into submission. But the Mahangus were not afraid. Tensions escalated as rumors of a fight spread, with villagers bracing for what was to come. One day, the Mokaba sons confronted the Mahangus boys in the marketplace. Chief Mahangus intervened, warning Kabelo and his brothers to stop harassing his family. Furious, the Mokabas plotted a bigger confrontation, determined to show the Mahangus and the villagers that they were still in control. The day of the confrontation arrived. In the heart of the village, the Mokabas and Mahangus faced off. A brawl erupted, fists flying, shouts filling the air, and the village square became a battleground. Mrs. Mokaba and Gogo Nomvula sat on their porch, cackling with delight as they watched the chaos unfold. Confident their family would emerge victorious. But then something extraordinary happened. When one of the Mokaba sons shoved Mamkanyi to the ground, a wave of fury swept through the crowd. The villagers, fed up with years of torment, surged forward to defend the Mahangus. Men and women, young and old, united as they joined the fight, overpowering the Mokabas. The once mighty Mokaba family found themselves at the mercy of the villagers they had oppressed for so long. The Mahangus and villagers stood together, victorious, as the Mokabas retreated in shame. The final blow came when Chief Mahangus arrested Thabo Mokaba for his corruption and abuse, stripping him of his power. Forced to leave Makhaza, the Mokabas gathered their belongings. Each step away from the village a reminder of their defeat. The villagers watched, their faces filled with relief and quiet satisfaction. As the Mokabas left, a weight lifted from Makhaza, the air feeling lighter and brighter. The villagers held a celebration, singing, dancing, and sharing stories of courage and resilience. Chief Mahangus addressed the crowd, his words carrying a message of unity and strength. "Today, we have reclaimed our village," he declared. "Together, we have shown that no one is too powerful to be held accountable. Makhaza belongs to us all." As the sun set over Makhaza, the villagers knew they had turned a new page. The shadow of fear had lifted, and in its place, a renewed sense of community, courage, and hope flourished. The Mahangus had restored peace, and Makhaza would be forever grateful. Thanks so much for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed the story and felt the journey as much as we did in bringing it to life. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more captivating tales and unique perspectives. And if you liked this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear what you think about today's story. So drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep exploring these incredible stories with us. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.